So this is a video on triangulation. Triangulation as relates to embodied spiritual emotional practices. So the idea of triangulation comes from things like map reading and surveying. It's the idea if you have 3 points, 3 vectors, you can work out where something is. Yeah, I don't know about the ins and outs of it, to be honest, but yeah, I remember doing it with orienteering and stuff like that when we were young on mountains. So triangulation, basic principles. So what's the metaphor here? The metaphor here is, what I've noticed is the first point we all have is the society we've born up with, the kind of mainstream life we've been given. We're told this is how you should live. This is, you know, what the TV and the newspapers say, right? So we all have that first point. We all have a culture, an indoctrination, if you will. We will then get some kind of second point. That could be from traveling, for example, going to live in India, going off and living in kibbutz, whatever. It could be from a spiritual practice, an emotional practice, a physical practice, and you really get into that thing. You say, wow, Indian culture's the best, or you say, I don't know, you know, when I knew it was Aikido, like everything was Aikido, it's all about wrist locks and Aikido. You get kind of a bit of a fanboy, a bit of fundamentalist, you get super into it. It's that initial infatuation of first love, we could say. So yeah, really important to actually do that, because you're getting away from the matrix, you're stepping out, but you still actually haven't got a fucking clue, to be a little blunt about it. So the third point is what's needed. That's when you get a second practice that's different enough. You travel to another culture. Hello cat, random cat there. Anyway, there's a cat if you like cats. Go to a third point, you know, maybe you go to India and then you go to Japan, or you go to, I don't know, live in the slums of Brazil, somewhere significantly different, or with practices maybe do Aikido, you know, not just like doing karate, but maybe salsa or 5 rhythms or tantra, something significantly different. And at that point, once you've gone deeply enough into that second practice, this isn't about the spiritual supermarket, when you've got deeply enough into that second practice, at that point you can triangulate, because you've got the thing you were born with and you've got these 2 other points of reference. You know, you can get 4 or 5, but actually 3's enough, and going deeply into 2 things can take a while in terms of you know, really investing in a culture. You know, I mean, like living somewhere for 6 months minimum. I mean, you know, with a practice, doing it every day for a few years, or, you know, a couple of times a week for 10 years. Then you've got 3 points. You can really start to get some semblance on who you are. So we're triangulating on ourselves, what life's about, other people, the range of things that's out there. So I say this, I mean, it's in Embodied Facilitator course, which I'm plugging the shit out of right now. That's like a key principle, that the facilitators have multiple perspectives. We try and give our participants multiple perspectives so they can triangulate on what they're doing. It's where I see things going wrong in sort of cult type situations, or Aikido clubs that get fundamentalist or whatever. It's when they're missing this principle. So spiritual triangulation, new term. I hope that is useful to you.